After a grisly attack on Trollskull Alley, the Uniques pick up the pieces and hope to find some sign of their loved ones being held somewhere in the multiverse. Meanwhile, Rebecca takes the fairy dragon that they uh, moved out of his old place down in Undermountain to Crum's Hold. She's currently in the middle of winter, walking through the wilderness by herself. What Morgan and Kunk are doing is, Kunk is contemplating using his horn, and Morgan is off searching for Zentarum to answer some questions. Avoiding Three Daggers Alley, as apparently that's the one alley you do not want to walk down for more than you have to.
I mean, so you and Morgan both, have spent time here. Or you didn't spend much time here. You were mostly ballers.
Yep.
Morgan, the reason you don't want to go down that alley is that a long time ago, a wizard put a curse on that alley that no one has been able to break.
Oh, the alley's literally cursed. Okay.
Yeah, no, anyone who walks through the alley, there are 3 animated daggers that follow them around and attack them.
Oh.
That, honestly,
aptly named.
Slightly disappointed. I thought it would be more elaborate.
It's the local Three Daggers gang, and they just mug anyone on sight.
Yeah, the thing is, it's not elaborate. There's some powerful people that have been in this city. They have not been able to break that curse.
Or at least they haven't bothered to try. I imagine Elminster can't be bothered. It's like, I got
I mean, so the original Black Stuff definitely tried, and he was a chosen Mistra.
Damn.
So, yeah. So I know Morgan didn't tell anyone where he was going. Rebecca, did you let people know you were leaving for this by yourself?
Yeah, I'm like, I'm gonna go take Otto to Crom's Hold.
Okay.
And then I think I dipped out before that, though, right?
Yeah, you did. But I like Kunk and the others at Trollskull.
Yeah.
Kunk knows. Oirin knows. The rest of the bars of the Trollskull inhabitants either missing or in gems. Oh, and obviously Otto knows. So we cut over to Rebecca.
Here comes the giants.
No, Rebecca, you teleport through your circle, arriving in the church. Nice and warm in the Temple of the Sun. Before you get outside and remember what the outside is actually like outside of the big city. Most of the big city, the streets swept clear of snow. Not as much here in Daggerford. Like there's paths, but it's not completely clean.
Yeah, I know that that experience.
Yeah. Rebecca's more from temperate places, for the most part.
Yep.
I believe you already have winter clothes.
I do have winter clothes, but I'll have to stop at the general store for snowshoes.
Okay. Yeah, and easy enough. Are an actual thing.
Yeah, thanks to Icewind Dale.
Yeah, they are. I'm just trying to find the price. My one complaint about the Roll20 compendium is it does not tell you the price of items when you open it. Oh, yep, 2 gold. And they weigh 4 pounds. But yeah, you're able to find them easy enough. And you set off. Most of the most of the way down the, I believe it's the high road, down the main road, you don't see many other travelers. And like once you get away from the gate to the city itself, you're basically you and Otto are basically by yourselves. After walking about an hour down the road, moving slower than you're normally used to for this journey, the couple times you made it, you notice something sticking out of one of the snowdrifts to your left. It looks almost like an arm.
I guess I'll approach, but carefully.
Okay. As you get closer, you're able to make out more of it. And it is a human arm. Well, humanoid, at least. The right size for a human or elf. But it is completely encased in ice. And you notice that you're actually looking at the bones of the shoulder sticking out towards you. As if it had been ripped out.
Oh. So the rest of the body isn't there. It's just the arm.
If it is, it's not attached to the arm, at the very least.
I guess my first instinct is dragon. Actually, I'm gonna do a quick sweep of the horizon and sky, see if I spot any draconic shapes.
Okay, make me a perception check.
17.
Not bad. You look around. At first you're not really seeing anything. Then off to the north you do see a large shape flying. After keeping an eye on it for a couple minutes, trying to get a better gauge, you're pretty sure that is Atari Laoconos?
The dragon is Elias assigned to Waterdeep?
Yes.
Okay.
You think that it's like the patrol kind of thing.
Yeah.
At this distance, you can't be sure, but that would be what you're... It seems in the right place.
Yeah.
As you're looking, you would notice something else. Let me just double check this. You feel your foot being grabbed.
The fuck?
And why did that not roll? Yeah. You feel your foot being grabbed and then yanked out from under you as you faceplant into the snow. And if you could roll initiative.
Ah. Oh, I rolled the same thing twice. Very convenient.
Get these off. This off GM layer.
Oh, snow golem.
Oh no, it's gonna throw snowballs at you.
That was supposed to be 2 GM.
I don't know what the fuck a snow golem is. I imagine it's a golem made of snow.
I'm picturing those big buff snowmen from the more recent Christmas movie that they had with The Rock.
I'm thinking of the Minecraft snow golem.
I figured when you said it was going to throw snowballs at you.
Yo,
Oh, I don't like that. I really
looks
don't like
the
that.
bottom side of a shark. But
Yeah,
with
it does. There's no
eyes.
eyes. Yeah.
But Rebecca, you get to go first.
I'm prone, so I stand up.
He gets up, or she gets up.
Bonus action, steady aim. And I'm gonna draw my rapier and cast Green Flame Blade.
Okay.
See how you like fire, you piece of shit.
Uh, 25 definitely hits. And
12 of that is piercing.
okay. Yeah, 12 of the top is piercing. So 19 of that is fire. So it takes way more fire damage than you would expect. Seems unbothered by the piercing.
My magical sword? It doesn't care about? Uh-oh.
It doesn't care about the piercing. Yeah. And the force is regular. However, this thing is critical. Okay. Any other movement?
None. I said it.
Oh, that's true. Let me roll initiative for Otto. Okay. As rising out of this part of the snowbank.
Shit.
And it goes and attempts to slam its large snowy arms on you. That is a 20, an 8, and a 17. I think only the 20 hits?
Only the 20.
Okay.
I am...
Rebecca, you take 5 bludgeoning damage and 11 cold damage.
Right. Let me actually... Fuck. For some reason, my temp HP didn't save. It's 13 plus 5 is 17. Okay, so... minus 11.
This one, who you've basically killed in one swipe, is going to try to attack you as well. That's a crit, a 19, and a 23.
All hit.
On the crit, you take 4 bludgeoning and 17 cold. You don't resist anything, or any of these, so I'll give you the total. You take 7 on the second one, and 13 on the final one. Auto. What's that? Yeah, okay. Auto will breathe on the healthy column. Golem makes a wisdom save. The golem gets that same kind of look that Kunk had in the garden.
Just
Where he
confused.
just sort of wandering around.
Nice auto.
And then Otto flies over to here to not get hit.
Bonus action disengage.
It is not your turn.
Oh no.
There's one that rolled a 0.
I get free XP though. I have to share with Otto.
Yeah, you gotta share it with Otto. Otto's gonna level up. This one just starts launching snowballs at you.
The fuck?
6, 14, and 19.
The 19 hits.
You take 12 points of cold damage. And then it waddles 10 feet closer to you.
What's my speed in these conditions?
I'll say it counts as difficult terrain.
Okay, so bonus
So
action.
if you dash, you would...
Ignore it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I need to not get hit. So disengage. Bonus action disengage. Get to here. And I'm gonna Eldritch Blast. 1 on the hurt golem. And then 2 on this guy and 1 on that guy. In that order. Hurt guy.
Okay.
Oh, ignore the 18.
When you do sneak and green flame blade on it. This kills
This kills the golem.
the snow golem.
Alright. 2 on the other guy.
Okay. And that was this one on the
Yep.
right?
And then
Okay.
1 on new guy.
Okay. That'll hit. The second one is now bloodied. The other one is okay. Let me give this guy a mark for the breath. Okay. He rolls a d6. He just starts walking this way. That one is dead. It is Otto's turn. Oh wait, it makes a wisdom save at the end of the breakout.
Oh,
Is-
breakout!
It it does break out. But Otto will roll d6, try to recharge that. He does recharge it, so he breathes on the man again. Who fails? Otto will also can disappear. I don't know why he didn't do that last time. You would hear him move behind you. That snow golem waddles up, launches some snowballs. That all miss. Rebecca.
Eldritch Blast. Bonus action first Hex on that boy, which I believe I still
Okay.
have for free today. No, I do not, because I have not slept in 2 days. Unless it recharges at dawn. Let me check Fey Touched. Long rest. Okay, I have not finished a long rest. Hexing its strength.
Okay.
And then Eldritch Blast. I'll take a step this way to prevent cover. 2 at each. So first 2 at the confused guy, and then the other 2 at the other guy.
Okay. Those both hit.
And then
This kills him.
Hex Boy.
Those both hit. Math real quick. 4 plus 14 is 18. That one is critical.
And I'll move back to where I was to kind of like shield Otto.
Okay. That one's dead. Otto's turn. Otto rolls a d6.
Let's go, Otto.
This flies sweet. You feel Otto like fly past you. Uh, and you see the golem get confused, and then you feel Otto fly past you again.
All right.
That turn.
4 Eldritch Blasts.
Well, let's see.
This guy when it's my turn.
Yeah, he might. What does a 2 do? Nope. It It wanders off in this direction. So yeah, you get your Eldritch Blasts.
1, 2, 3, 4. All hit.
Yeah. Yeah, it had 1 hit point left.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure Otto could have bit it and it would have died. If he could have hit.
Well, the bite does piercing. And these things don't care
that's
about
true.
piercing.
Yeah, the bite is piercing. True. Yeah, Otto needs to Otto does nothing damaging except for the bite. But congratulations, you have defeated the snow golems. Rebecca gets it's split with Otto, probably. So Rebecca gets 1,050 XP.
Yay! 1,050.
As we cut over to
I hold out my
Morgan,
fist for a fist bump from Otto.
Otto would reappear and would fist bump with his tiny fist.
We can't communicate verbally, but I'm appreciative of his efforts.
He says something. He does also say something else. Do you speak Sylvan?
I'll say in Elvish. She's like, "This is probably the closest I can get to that, but I don't know what you said."
As we cut over to Morgan, Rebecca, you hear a scream in the distance.
Oh fuck! I guess start making my way that way.
Water deep. Morgan, having entered the basement that you know to be one of the more popular underground fight rings in Waterdeep, you find yourself face to face with your mentor of sorts, at least in the realm of underground fighting.
Good old, was it Big John, right?
Yeah, Big John.
Big John?
Come to rejoin the fold.
Not exactly.
No, a lot of people been asking about you. A lot of money to be made on betting.
I imagine. I've had quite a lot to deal with in more recent times. Haven't been as free for fights as I'd like to be. I don't think I'd be able to if I wanted to. How you been, John? Business good?
As good as it can be with the raids all over the coast. So what's happened with you? You look a bit shell-shocked.
Well, speaking of those raids, I don't know if you heard, probably did, and you just pretended like you didn't to be nice, but me and my friends, a place got hit.
I heard that one of the taverns in the North Ward been attacked last night. Sounds like it was a group of professionals from what I was told.
Yeah, I'd come to the same conclusion myself. So I figured I'd ask around my old stomping grounds and try and figure out if anyone knew anything. I heard they were wearing red robes. But a group like that, with how calculated it was, figured somebody's got to know about who that'd be. If they'd done any work before.
Make a persuasion check at advantage.
Okay. Yeah,
Not
that's
bad. I mean, not great, but it's not bad.
yeah, it's not bad for a -1.
You rolled above average, even with your -1.
Yeah, that's true.
Uh, well, it's a big city, so even if we just assume they were hired here, there's more groups than you would probably like to believe that are for hire within the city.
I'm just trying to narrow it down. I'm in a level with you, John. They took my wife. And I know it.
You
Sure.
remarried. Congratulations.
No, I found her. I thought she was dead, but Colt took her. I got her out.
And I'll say, the cocky face you're used to seeing, or smug is probably a better word. The smug face you're used to seeing on Big John. You see break for a minute with what seems like genuine surprise. Well, believe me, Morgan, I'm very happy for you that you were able to find her. I honestly thought that all your searching was kind of a fool's errand after so long.
Certain points I did too. But I
But
guess
they took her
sometimes-
again.
Yeah. And like I said, I don't know if it was the cult. We're not exactly on good terms with them. These guys. I don't know.
Do you know anything about it besides that they were wearing the robes?
So they would have told me about. Probably, I'm just assuming here. If I'm wrong, let me know. But they probably would have told me about what poisons were used.
Yes, they did.
All right. That they were wearing the red robes, and that we had come to the conclusion that they likely had some sort of consumable magic item that allowed them to cast silence, and then the fact that they were able to cast effectively imprisonment, even though he's not familiar with the spell, right?
Right. Like you could if you're sharing the information, you could share like they trapped two of your friends in gems.
Yeah, okay.
Which is very powerful magic.
Right. So, yeah, you'd say they trapped two of our friends in gemstones. And then what was it? It was carrion crawler mucus, purple worm poison, and then what was the third thing?
It was well the beer was laced with all your ale on the ground floor was laced with
Truth serum.
truth serum.
Yeah, he did include that as well.
And what is the other thing called? It is called and there's evidence that essence of ether was used to knock some of the people out.
Okay. So yeah, he'd say that they used essence of ether to knock some of us out. The blades were coated in carrion crawler mucus, purple worm poison, venom, whatever it is, and some third substance, and that they had some sort of quick use item that allowed them to cast silence. They were in and out, meticulous, didn't seem to leave any sort of evidence other than the fact that there were bodies. Hell, they didn't even wake me up. And that poison shit doesn't affect me.
Whoever it is must have really wanted you. Either you dead or the people they captured. I mean, purple worm poison itself alone, it's about 2,000 gold on the market.
I figured as much, but even something like that, if you happen to know anyone that recently came into town and bought some quantities of that, or if you know someone that knows someone, I'm just looking for leads, man. Anything that can help me try and find them. It wasn't just my wife that was taken, my niece's sister. Which, I mean, technically I'm not related to her, right? She's your sister, but not by blood?
No, like a friend, like close friend.
Yeah. It was only Bree and Stella taken, right?
Bree?
Everyone else
No.
was trapped or killed?
Lord.
Lorit.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, Lorit and Stella were taken. Andromeda and Leaf were put in
Gems.
gems.
Oh, Laura, not Bree. Okay.
Oirin and Kunk were murdered.
Right. Yeah, well... okay, so 2 people were taken. I just got one of the names wrong. I'm sorry. I always do that. I get Bree and Laura confused for some reason. And yeah, he would have mentioned the truth serum. I don't think I said that in character.
Okay. I have some people I could ask for you. Though, I hate to say I'm gonna have to ask something in return.
You know those funny crystals you've been finding in the underground?
No. I'm
Crystal's
not
market.
going that down.
Crystal's market.
Come on, Morty. I need the crystals.
We gotta cook, Morgan.
He would just
No.
say, I figured that'd be the case. It's hard to ask for something this big for free. So, I understand. Whatever you need. Please don't ask for the fucking crystals.
Okay. Well, there's a couple options before you. One, and probably the easiest one for you, is that I have a rival trainer that's set up a fight. But our champion for it mysteriously vanished a couple nights ago. You could take his place in the ring. Though, at least from the last time I saw you fight in the arena, it might not be an easy fight. And again, you do have a way of holding your opponents down.
Okay. He's just gonna like patiently listen to hear what the other options are. But he's just
Okay.
kind of like standing there, like he has like this face of like he's considering, and he's just kind of like slowly like nodding, like okay.
Morgan's going, just when I think I'm out, they pull me back in.
Just when I think I'm out, they pull me right back in.
The other option, in addition to seeing what information I can find about this attack, I could also arrange for some security to watch over your tavern. Maybe stop anything like this happening again in the future.
Was he saying that this would be as a result of me doing the fight?
No, this would be as a result of you doing the other option.
Oh, the other option. Okay. My bad.
But to get that deal, you would have to, you would need to rejoin the fold in a bit deeper of a way than just being in the fight ring.
Hmm.
And I will say, because it's been a while, Morgan never knew, though this is what, okay, Morgan never knew Big John to be Zentarum when you worked with him before. The only thing that has told you that is the letter you got that ended up putting Ryan on the council.
Right, because I had reached out to him to see if he knew anyone that knew them, and it turns out that he was the one that knew them.
Yeah, at least according to the letter
Right.
that you
Okay.
received.
And those are the two options.
Those are the two options.
All right. Morgan kind of stands there for a little bit, contemplating.
Though, if you go with the second option, probably be best that you keep it.
Yeah,
At least one of them would not be very happy.
He said keep it for my friends or keep it for my niece because you cut out there.
He said friends.
Okay. Yeah. All right, but him saying at least one of them wouldn't be happy, so he knows. Yeah. So Morgan will just kind of, I always kind of figured that it would be a bit of an inevitability. And I've seen enough things from this side of the life to know that just because people are labeled as criminals doesn't mean that they're bad. You always did right by me. And hell with Ryan on the council. They're doing what they can to help. I mean, it's bad for business if the world disappears, right?
Indeed it is.
My niece is going to kill me if she ever finds out, but we need protection. We need to find out what we need to find out. If they'll have me, I'm willing.
What's your I should know this, but it's not the one that comes up all the time. What's your insight modifier?
I think it's the same as my perception. Let me check. 11. Yeah, same as my
Okay.
perception.
When you say that about your niece is going to kill you, you see a flicker of confusion on his face. But just as quickly it disappears. All right. But we're agreed you'll keep it from the holy man and the rest of your friends.
That's who he was talking about? Fuck! God damn it, I'm sorry.
I'm going to kill you for sure. Yes.
Well, he doesn't know that you're like fully in.
No, but I made it clear how much I dislike the Zentarum.
No, yeah. Oh, you mean Zarin? Yeah, I'm not gonna say anything to him. Look, or the others for that matter, but he and I mean, I met him in the arena. He's a good guy, but yeah, he gets a little too righteous when it comes to stuff like that. I was mainly more concerned with my niece telling my wife when we get her back, because, well, she doesn't like seeing me do things that she don't appreciate.
Don't think the leader of the saviors would approve.
No. Yeah, I'm probably
All
gonna
right.
have to sleep on the couch for a couple months.
And you just catch a brief nod from him before you feel something hit the back of your head
Oh
and
shit!
your consciousness fades.
God damn it! Bring me to the council. It is time.
Either that or
Uh,
they're
cutting a-
kidnapping you because they were involved in the attack on Trollskull.
I swear that I will kill them all.
No, they weren't involved. It turns out that the cult just offered them like 100,000 gold if they gave you them.
How dare they?
Damn fucking mercenaries.
Nothing personnel, kid. Cutting over to Kunk. After sleeping for a few hours in Zarin / Otto's bed, you wake up.
Okay.
Your strength not returned, but coming back. Uh,
I feel like he needs to do something in character, at least partially. So
okay.
he will go and sit by Kunk's fishing spot over here.
Okay.
I don't know what else he would do.
Probably
other than
lazily
being in
fishing rather
pain.
than actually fishing.
Yeah. He has the rod out there. He has the rod cast out, not paying attention to it.
It's like that that picture of the horse on the beach just looking out.
Man.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll do this. He'll sometimes try fishing. It's still such a high roll even at disadvantage.
Yeah. Yeah, his heart's not really in it, but he's just too good. But yeah, you lay out there for a little while. A little bit of snow falling around you.
What is oatmeal? Beck, why would you post that?
I mean, that's basically Kunk right now.
What the fuck is oatmeal? Okay. Heading over to Rebecca. Don't you know you never split the party?
I mean, I'm not in danger really. Everyone
Yeah.
else is.
You say so.
You take off running through the
Dashing through.
well,
the
you were going after the
snow.
voice,
Yep.
after the scream, right?
Yep.
Okay. It would be off-road. It didn't sound horribly far. Like maybe 100, 150 feet away. You're not able to see the source from here, from the snowdrifts and the like. Though, so the first scream was mostly fear, it sounded. As you're running that way, you hear a second scream. Same voice, but this one a scream of anguish and pain.
Ooh. Yep. I'm double dashing, which I
Okay.
do difficult terrain, so I get 120. Yeah, 120 feet per round.
Easy enough. I mean, I'm gonna keep you in basically the same spot on the map because the map is just here to be a map. You crest another drift about at the end of that movement. I'll say you have like 10 feet of movement left. And down in the dip between this crest and the next, you see three humanoids. They're bundled up. One of them has the hood thrown back, and you can tell is a elf. It'd be a moon elf. And you see a giant. It looks like a giant blue centipede.
Uh-oh.
Fuck.
I know what
Like-
that is.
and you see it rear up in front of one of the hooded figures who's laying on the ground, and about a quarter of the length of this thing unfurls like a boa constrictor's hood around it as it rears up over over the creature.
Oh God! How far away am I?
You would be about 50 feet away.
Oh, that's close enough.
Okay. Because it is mid-attack, we'll do the initiative roll here to see if it gets its attack off before you get off that attack.
Oh shit! You know what? I'm gonna use the inspiration I have.
Okay. Why did that not GM roll?
Yeah, I thought that's what it was. You've been exposed, Bean.
And it's 50 feet, but it's like. See here. Give me a second to measure. Say it's like. We'll just do the map flap.
Jesus Christ, that's terrifying.
Damn, that new art is something else.
We'll jump scare. And in fact, let me get the full body art real quick, because you definitely see this thing.
More like a cobra hood.
Why can I not drag this art over? But yeah, so you get the spell off before its attack. So it makes a wisdom save. I give up. I cannot get this art.
Oh my god!
Yeah, they're fun.
Thank you, Dylan.
Quite welcome. Rebecca's gonna get eaten. Oh god.
Rebecca. Wait, your DC's 21.
Yep. Because of my crystal.
Yep. It failed on a nat 20.
Oh, it literally can't
Which-
succeed.
Yeah. Which I'm going to say for this. You have it. And you have its ire. You do not think this spell is going to hold as long as it normally will.
Okay.
But you do definitely give time for the
Others to run.
the two to grab that other one, and like start dragging it out from underneath this thing. You see that the one that they're dragging, its cloak, its robes and boots are just burned away to nothing, and the flesh underneath is also burned
Don't get close. Got it.
on its lower legs.
How far am I from those people?
I can put down random commoners if you want, but it's, we'll say, like, by the time they drag him off, you're about 70 feet from them.
70 feet. Well, before they get outside of 60 feet, I want to use a bonus action to put 2 healing lights into the one that is injured.
Okay.
How far out from Karm's hold are we?
You have not made the turn onto the road to Crom's Hold yet.
Oh, closer to Daggerford then. I see.
Yes. So they would have been there. And then when they drag him. So they get about there.
I'll just shout, run!
Yep. This thing shakes it off, but it loses its turn. I feel like a nat 20 needed to be rewarded in some way instead of
Yeah.
just being an auto win. But it very much turns its full attention towards you. And it is your turn. Otto will disappear, but I will put him in the initiative order.
I don't know how fast it can move. But I'm just gonna try hold monster again. Hopefully it doesn't immediately break out again.
Okay.
I said stay still.
It is held.
Right. End of its turn, it can make another save.
So I don't have anything here. Yeah, Otto casts mirror image on himself. Even though he's invisible. Oh wait, is mirror image concentration? It is not. So he is still invisible.
All right. On my turn, I will.
One second.
Oh.
Sorry. Otto. I'll put Otto on the. Keep Otto on the token layer so you can see where he is in the initiative. You hear. Well, more like you feel. The snow begin to melt underneath you
Oh shit!
as
A little one.
it fails to break out. But a little one. And it bites you.
Yummy.
That misses.
Okay. And it ends its turn. And at the end of its turn, you and Otto both take 15 fire damage.
Ow!
From the heat emanating off of this thing. And Otto's invisible. Otto lets out a very loud cry of pain. It is Rebecca's turn.
Hmm. Well. I don't know if Otto. I know Otto can't understand me, but I'll just say in Elvish to him because that's the closest thing to Sylvan I got. Follow me, and I'll Misty Step 30 feet this way.
Okay. Oh, and a concentration check for the fire damage.
Oh, yeah, that's right. 18, I'm fine.
Okay, yep.
And move 20 feet this way. And then 3 Eldritch Blasts on the big boy, which is at advantage because it is paralyzed.
Mm-hmm.
Oop, shit. I don't know if the 19 hits.
19 does hit.
Okay, so all 3 hit. And then a 4th one on the little one.
Okay. Okay. Uh, Auto. Oh. Yeah, okay. Auto sprays a bunch of colors at the littler one. It does nothing, and he flies away. Well, you feel him fly past you. He is still invisible. These people pull them in a bit further. Is still held. This thing dashes to get up next to you,
Fuck.
but it cannot attack because it dashed. But at the end of its turn,
I take the fire damage.
you're in the fire aura, and you take 18 fire damage.
Oh my fucking god! I accidentally set my health to negative 18. That's 68. So it shouldn't have been an advantage, but still keeping hold monster up.
Okay.
I need to dash. I can't do a disengage and walk away.
And I'll say, yeah, you're good.
Um, I'm going to booming blade this boy.
Okay. That definitely hits. Thunder piercing and force. Very good.
And then bonus action dash.
Okay.
I'm gonna make my way towards the people fleeing.
All right. You see a he only gets the one color spray. Unfortunate. You see Otto become visible as he makes a major image of a wounded elf over here. and then flies away. Actually flies away and becomes invisible again. Oh no, he can't. He can't. He does not become invisible again. He hides in the tree. Big boy rolls a nat 20.
Son of a bitch. Not
That's at
good.
the end of his turn. The youngling, smelling and hearing the easy prey, comes over here to attack, only to
Be extremely disappointed.
be extremely disappointed after the attack.
I'm out of spell slots other than first level.
Rebecca.
And I can't plane shift. Because I haven't rested since I sent the Zorn to the Earth plane. Unless, by chance, Mystic Arcanum comes back at dawn. Long rest. That's very unfortunate. Alright, so that thing is free.
Yes.
I guess. Well, I was hoping to guard these guys from the little one all the way back for about a minute until it breaks free, but that's really bad. I'm just gonna yell at them, keep going back to Daggerford. I'll lead it away. And fire 4 bolts at the big boy, which is no longer at advantage.
Okay. Those all hit.
Oh, the little one took boom blade damage. 13 from
Oh yes, yes, he did, and is now bloodied. It should be 15. Okay.
And I'll bonus action dash 80 feet this way.
Yeah. Okay. Were you able to actually make it 80 feet on the map, or?
I can't. I only went 65.
Okay, so let me just move everything down. So I gotta move everything. Yeah, that's fine. Why can I not select? Hello? There we go. And then you
65.
go back up to the wall. As you're running, you see a pair of giant owls flying in the opposite direction of what you're doing.
Giant owls.
Yeah. Or no, snowy owls, not giant owls.
Snowy owls.
Yep.
In the middle of the day.
Yep.
Towards these fucking monsters. That's crazy. Okay.
Yes. And I will also say Rebecca would never have heard stories of snow golems or these things, anything like this ever happening in the south.
Yeah.
Maybe in like the mountains.
But
maybe in the spine of the world.
Not like outside
Icewind
Daggerford.
Dale. Yeah, not I mean, it's snowy here, those are like Arctic or mountain type things. It seems strange. Um, but Otto will saying that the little one is wise to the illusion, become invisible again. And this thing starts dashing after you.
Okay, I can outpace it at least.
This thing starts. Actually, this one starts dashing in the direction of the fleeing commoners.
Fuck.
One of the snowy owls lands here on the ground and transform.
Is that one of the Icewind Dale people?
You know, it does look a lot like the people. Well, you wouldn't be able to see them from there, well enough. You would see someone wearing a wolf pelt appear.
Either they're insane or confident.
And you watch as they. You watch as a spell you're familiar with seeing, Zarin, I think, cast, is a beam of moonlight. That's not the circle tool. Fuck. Ellipse. A beam of moonlight encloses this creature.
Damn, you got that as a perfect ellipse.
If you hold shift, it does
Oh!
perfect circles and perfect squares.
Shit. Would you look at
You
that?
also did not choose the.
Yeah.
The other snowy owl lands here and also transforms. And they cast a spell and a wall of wind. That's not the square tool. A wall of wind encloses these people.
Closes which people?
The Oh, that's on the GM layer. Whoops.
And closes the creatures. Okay.
Yeah. As the buffeting wind, the little one is critical. Rebecca.
Guess I'm gonna help these folks out. Eldritch Blast, 1 on the little one, and then 3 on the big one.
Okay.
Actually, yeah, I'm close enough, and I still got a first level spell. Hex on the big one. Hex its strength.
Okay.
3 big boy. 1, 2, 3.
Those all hit.
And then 1 on the little one.
The big one is bloodied.
Shit.
That will miss. Okay. And you staying up there?
Yes.
Okay. Otto becomes visible, and you see him like flying over towards you. Well, you see like 4 of him flying over towards you because of the mirror image. But he
Does not
does
look
not
good.
look good. Yeah. But he will.
I'm also bloody.
Yeah. Yeah, he's not doing anything right now. Kind of like hides behind you. Uh, Big one is going to try to get through the wind wall. So it makes a strength save, which it has disadvantage on from the hex.
Does not, because it's checks.
Oh, it's only checks. Okay.
Unfortunately. Be crazy if it's also saving throws.
It fails anyway. Take damage. And I don't think it actually like stops them from passing through. It just does the damage.
Yeah, it stops projectiles. And gaseous creatures.
Yep. So it comes up, and it's going to try to bite this druid. And it just misses. But it does do fire damage. Is the druid looks very hurt. Not bloodied, but like big damage.
So don't get bit. Even if they don't bite, the fire hurts.
Yep. So that one. That's the other one. Moonbeam. When Moonbeam happen?
It was on the 14th one. The little one was 18.
Oh yeah, I didn't add it back in after I deleted the. Yeah, so it should be that one's turn. And it's anytime it starts it, anytime it enters it for the first time or starts its turn there. So it makes the save. It tries to make the save. It fails. It walks out. It tries to get through this. It fails and dies to the wind. Well, to the stuff being thrown around by the wind.
Yeah, a big chunk of tree just rips out and slams into it.
Yeah. Oh. Start making its way around. It'll actually dash. This one cannot move the wind wall. So it will it'll cast a moonbeam on this guy.
Just double up the moonbeam.
Because it can move. So yeah. Fails.
It reverts to its true self, which is a cultist.
Huh.
It's actually just Kunk.
Kugs come to kill us.
Rebecca. And it can runs.
I'm gonna put a healing light into Otto. Best I can do at the moment.
Okay.
And 4 Eldritch Blasts at scary fuck.
Okay. The first 3 hit.
Forgot about the hex. There we go.
How do you want to do this?
Just keep pelting it until it fucking the fire sputters out and it just crumples to the ground as its body in the moonlight just starts baking.
Okay. Combat seemingly over. We cut to Kunk laying on the peaceful shores
Uh-oh.
of the Sea of Swords.
I'll be right back.
You've had a few fish on the line. You know you're not really in it, but you've kept a few that you think would be a good price anyway. Just they're kind of thinking about what happened and how you start to think how close to dying you came, but then you did die. Just not permanently. There's a few other people that pass by as you're here. also fishing or enjoying the mud flats?
Just so you know, I'm still on the battle map.
Okay.
There we go.
Yeah, I mean, aren't you ready for your battle with the kraken that is right under your left foot?
Goodbye, Kunk.
um, but yeah, is there anything else you want to do? I feel bad making you wait while the combat's happening and stuff.
Like I said a day or two ago, I have no idea what he would be doing.
Okay. Yeah, he just takes it easy. Uh, Morgan, you come to as water is splashed on your face,
I am back.
and you find yourself in a dimly lit basement, or at least a room with no windows. Uh,
Ugh. Well, that hurt. Do I see anybody in there with me as I like look around?
yeah, it takes you a minute for your eyes to adjust. Blinking away the unconsciousness. But you do see about 20 feet from you in front. There would be a table with, we'll say, 7 robed and hooded figures sitting at it. Also, looking to your sides, you see that to both your left and right, there are 4 similarly hooded figures, but these ones with daggers in hand.
Okay, and do these guys look like cultists, or do they look like, not cultists?
It would not be. It would not be the. It would not be the same style of robes that the cultists wear.
Okay. That doesn't necessarily mean that I'm safe, but alright.
Uh, you sit there looking around, trying to figure out what's going on. Not a sound or a movement is made by any of the others in this room.
I've got a pretty high passive, are these actually people? Or are they just like, I don't know, dummies or something? Make me think that there's people.
So passively,
Like, do I hear other
you're
people
not
breathe?
passively. You do not hear or see anything. You can make a perception check.
Yeah, sure. I'll do that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
30. Yeah, you do with the 30. You do notice that at least a couple of them, there is a very slight rise and fall, as if of the shoulders, as if from like breathing. They seem very good at being very still.
Yeah. Morgan would just kind of like look at all of them and just go, "Oh, okay. I thought y'all put me in a room full of like dummies or something. Mannequins? Whatever they're called."
There is no response. And I'll say you are sat in a chair. You're not like chained to it or manacled or anything like that.
Oh, I could just get up?
Yeah.
He'll just kind of like, I guess, adjust his position. All right, so are we supposed to be having a dialogue here, or are we just gonna sit here in silence?
You're not sure from where, but a curved well, you know that it comes from the left, but you do not see anyone moving as if to have done this. You see a curved dagger slide across the floor and come to a rest in front of your feet.
Okay.
And not like thrown, like you were in danger of it or anything.
Right.
Just like
yeah. I
being slid across.
was gonna say because if it was thrown at me, I was so gonna catch it. He'll pick it up.
Okay. As soon as you pick it up, one of the figures from either side begins approaching you. And with that, let's take a quick tenor.
Okay.
All right.
Who do I take my $10 bill from?
Morgan, the two advancing on you. And if I could get initiative, please.
Initiative for the initiation.
Initiative.
That is set to GM. What the actual fuck?
I didn't see the name. Do it again.
Can you see that?
Nope.
No.
Okay, good. It also didn't send to the turn tracker for some reason, so fuck me, I guess. How did they both roll the same number? Okay, Morgan, you go first.
Morgan's about to fuck shit up.
I don't have a fucking dagger. I have my fists. Throws it into the fucking ground and then runs right up to this one.
Morgan, you find yourself pulled back to the chair.
What? Do I actually need to hold the dagger? Are you kidding me? He'll pick up the dagger and try to move 5 feet away from the chair?
Yeah?
Alright. He just kind of like looks over at the rest of them like, really? And then he just kind of shrugs and walks up to this one.
Okay.
And then I imagine I have none of my stuff. I just have my fists, right? Well, and the dagger, which I don't think I have a dagger on my sheet, but I'm not
Shoot
going
her
to
in
use
the
the
face.
dagger.
A dagger is a monk weapon,
It is.
so you could.
Would
so
it still
it's,
use the monk dice? No, that's only my fist that does that, right?
No, it still uses the monk dice. You don't get the knuckle duster bonus, but you also realize you don't have your knuckle dusters on.
Right. He'll hold the dagger, but like he'll hold it in his offhand, and he's gonna just punch. And if it looks like he needs to, for whatever fucking reason, actually hit them with the dagger, at some point he will. But we'll get to that. So he's just gonna punch first.
You have disadvantage.
All
So
right.
that's 18 on the first roll. That will hit.
Disadvantage because you're not using the dagger.
Is it really because I'm not using the fucking dagger? Are you kidding me?
I
don't
They kind of
know.
like
It would be
dodge it.
funny,
They
though.
dodge out of the way a little bit.
All right.
Okay.
Did it?
You
did
do
it
the
feel
damage. You do the
off?
damage. You take 2 brain hurt damage though.
Use
Oh
the
my
dagger.
God damn it! All right, fine. He'll like kind of like dexterously swap it over to his main hand and give me a second. I gotta drop a dagger onto my sheet.
I mean, you can just roll the monk unarmed strike because it is
Oh. Okay.
because that's not getting a yeah
No.
that's not getting any bonuses from anything else. So yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, because it's the same modifier as if I were using my guns. So.
Yep.
Yeah. So I'll do that, and I guess it'll be doing piercing instead of bludgeoning.
Yes. This will still be disadvantaged though.
Okay, so something else is causing that.
It seems like they're dodging.
Oh.
You just managed to catch them with the dagger.
Do I take brain bleed this time?
You do not.
Okay. I do have a bonus action. I just want to check something. Okay. It says when I make a melee attack, so it doesn't have to be my fists. Alright. I will do my bonus action. No, I can't. I can't. Alright. Well, I can, but I'll take damage.
Right.
Because the bonus action can only be my fist. Okay. But I can stunning strike. That's good to know. I'll do the bonus action punch. Alright, and that'll miss.
That will miss, and you do take a brain hurt.
Damn it.
Man,
You do take 3 brain hurt.
They they're dicks.
Yeah, he swings with his fist like as an offhand, and he's like, "Fuck me, force a habit, god damn it."
This ain't funny.
Oh, be it for me.
All right, Morgan. You hear a slight thud behind you, and you turn as you watch the person almost silently running towards you. But the thud you heard was them jumping off the back of the chair.
Oh, okay.
And even at advantage, first attack is only a 12. That misses. The second one is a crit though.
No, fuck me running.
Yeah, that's what they're doing.
Yeah, she did run to me.
Morgan, you take 12 points of piercing, right, for dagger.
Yeah.
The stat block also didn't have a dagger on it, so I had to do the and you see a green liquid slide off the blade and hits on the floor, but you are unaffected. And then it's third attack. Misses. And on the other side, uh, 15 misses, 14 misses, 16 misses. What the fuck?
Okay.
Morgan!
Alright. He like where he got like crit stabbed, or he just kind of like takes his fingers from his offhand and like kind of like grabs a little bit of the poison,
Mm-hmm.
and, like licks it off of his fingers, and he's like, "Yeah, you're gonna have to do better than that." And then just turn around and swing at the one that jumped off of the chair.
Okay.
So I'll make my 2 dagger attacks.
This one is not at disadvantage, so we'll take the first rolls and both
Oh.
hit.
Okay. I will make the second one a stunning strike. because I could do that as long as it's a melee attack.
Yes. Okay.
DC should be 18.
That is a fail. And why is it not?
Rolling to GM?
Yeah.
No idea.
Damn assassins.
Yeah, but cool assassin art though.
Yeah, that is pretty sick.
Okay, they are stunned.
And then, you know what? I'll play that game. I will burn a key point for patient defense as my bonus action.
You can't punch anyways.
Yeah, because it's just going to keep fucking hurting me, so.
Okay.
I don't know, shit for me.
Yep. And the other one, the other one will, because it's not flanking anymore. Straight roll. Well, disadvantage roll. A 23, a 12, and an 11. The 23 will still hit.
Yep.
As you take 10 points of piercing.
Alrighty.
And then with their bonus action, you watch them pull something from a pouch. A milky, clear liquid, and pour it across their blade.
That looked familiar.
It looks somewhat familiar, yeah. What are you thinking?
Is it the poison that can hurt me?
It doesn't. It looks similar to it, at least, yeah.
Oh my god.
It is your turn.
Yeah. I really don't like that. I'm gonna turn to that one, even though I should probably be focusing the stun one. And no, you know what? I'll go for the stun one.
Yep, both of those will hit.
And then, yeah, I mean, besides Stunning Strike, the only other thing my key is good for is Patient Defense, so I've got a bit of those. I'll burn another one to Patient Defense again, and that'll be my turn.
Okay. I believe that ends the stunning strike.
Mm-hmm.
Yep,
into my next
that one shaking it off will attack you. It is straight roll because flanking.
Yep.
But you are patient defense. Uh, 11, 25, 16. The 25 hits.
Oh, definitely.
As you take another 10 piercing.
Okay.
Death by 1,000 cuts.
Yeah.
The one on the other side finishes pouring the liquid on the blade. and will also take some swipes at you. 9, 19, 17.
I'll miss.
But you don't have your ring on.
You are. No, I thought I got rid of my ring.
Did you? Okay.
Let me make sure. It should be in my attunement slots in my bio. Ring of Free Action, Stone of Good Luck, and Dragon High Belt +1.
Okay.
So
good.
my Stunning Strike DC might be one less.
Yes, it would be because of
So
not having the belt.
Wait. How does it calculate again? It's my proficiency plus what?
It's 8 plus proficiency plus wisdom.
Okay. 6 and 5
So
is 11, plus 8 is 19, and then with the belt actually should make it a 20. So it would
Is
be
your
a
wisdom-
19.
I thought your
Oh
wisdom
no,
was
I'm sorry.
18.
My wisdom is a 4. Yeah. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah.
So
So yeah, 6 plus 4 is 10 plus 8 is 18. It should be 19 when you have the belt.
all right, so it'd be 18. Oh, so I told you the correct thing without realizing that I didn't have my item on me because that's my spell save DC. So
Correct. All right. Yep. So they all miss. And they also go into the dodge.
okay, and it's the one on the right that dodged, but not the one on the left. Or did they
Yeah,
both
because
dodge?
I forgot to say it. They should be dodging because it's free, but I didn't say it, so we'll say that she's not.
All right, well
Just
then
to be fair.
I'm gonna go for the one on the left.
Okay.
I'm gonna bink and bink.
Yep, that'll both hit.
All right, and yeah, I'll make that second one a stunning strike. Let me roll the damage. Okay, 20 damage, not bad.
Is bloodied.
Okay, and then could use my bonus action. I don't have any of my items, but let me look at my spells real quick. I don't think I have any bonus action spells. Let me just double check. No. Oh,
Just
only
pay attention to if it takes material, you won't be able to do it right now.
Healing Word is just vocal. But I will save. Oh, no. I don't have any spell slots. Never mind. Because I technically did not sleep at all last night.
True. Oh, you slept some, and then
I slept some, yeah.
Some jerk interrupted it by screaming.
Yeah, the fucking kunk, dude. But yeah, I'm gonna not patient defense this time, and that'll be my turn.
Okay. So these attacks will be at advantage. From the one on the left, 22, nat 20, 21.
Yeah, those all hit.
So the first one is 7 damage, the crit is 9 damage, and the last one is 9 damage. So 25 total. The one on the other side, white liquid dripping off of the blade. 20, 19, double nat 1.
I'll miss.
Double points.
Both of them dodge. uh, Morgan.
Okay. Yeah. I still got to focus, so it's disadvantage, but I'm going to focus on that one to the left, even though the other one is a bit more dangerous right now, just because they're looking a lot worse. So I'll make my 2 attacks, which I think only one of those hits.
Yes, only the first one hits.
All right. Oh yeah, on the other one. Wait. She passed, right? She passed the stunning strike, or no?
Yes, she passed.
Try it one more time. Yeah, I'm gonna make that 18, the one that hits stunning strike.
Okay.
Which I gotta mark that down.
That is a 16. That fails.
Yes. All right.
So the second one would have been a straight roll, but it is still the 14, so it fails.
Yeah. Yeah, I probably should have called that out first, but What'd I do? Starting to fucking burn through key here. Yeah, I'll burn one more to patient defense, and that'll be my turn.
Okay.
Or actually, no, sorry, I don't need to. One of them's stunned. I don't do that.
Okay.
That'd be stupid. This would be a stupid time to use that.
You watch as this one does the heel of the foot onto the ground, kind of like in a tap dance sounding way, but just one of the feet, and then steps this way, and an arrow flies out of this wall, and out of this wall at you.
Let's see. Now, is this a situation in which I have to make a dex save, or is it a situation in which they're rolling to hit me?
They are rolling to hit you.
Okay. Well, whether both or one of them hits me, I'm going to grab it.
Okay. Both are going to hit you. Do you want to grab the one from the right or the one from the down?
Do they look like, in the brief moment that I can see them, that they're coated in that nasty white stuff?
Not that you can quickly see with your passive in dim light.
All right.
I mean, it's dark in here, so dim light for you.
I just want to check the deflect missiles real quick. Yeah, I'm just gonna catch it.
Which one?
Oh yeah, sorry. The one coming from the right.
Okay. Roll the deflect missiles.
Yeah, it was a D10 plus my dex modifier, which is a 6, so that's a 14 plus my monk level. 14 plus 16, so 30.
Yeah. Okay. So as you turn to catch that one, the other one slams into your arm, for 16 points of damage, but you catch the other one right before it would have pierced into your chest.
Very good.
And I believe if you want, you can use a key point to throw that.
I believe it has to be back at the attacker. Let me double check.
I don't think so. It might have to be. I'm not sure about that.
Oh no, if you catch the missile in this way, you can spend 1 key point to make a ranged attack with the weapon or piece of ammunition you just caught as a part of the same reaction. You can make this attack with... Why not? Sure. I'll burn that key.
It is... Oh wait, does it say you make a ranged attack or a thrown attack?
Let me double check.
I guess they're both ranged. Never mind.
Yeah, it's a ranged attack.
Because you have gunner, right?
Yeah, let me see what Gunner says.
Post gunner. You might not have disadvantage from being being within 5 feet of a hostile creature doesn't impose on your ranged attack rolls. This is a ranged attack roll.
Okay.
You do not have disadvantage on throwing this. Well, yeah, because
You're
she
still
technically hasn't
dodging.
dodged yet. Yeah. Does dodge last until the end of your next turn or the start?
Not sure. I'm not a rogue.
I think it's to the
Yeah.
start of your next turn. Also, how are they dodging as a bonus action if they're rogues? You can't do that.
Well,
These rogues can. I wish I could.
I mean, they're not rogues as in class levels. They're a thing with their stat block.
I wish
Well.
cunning action let you dodge as a bonus action though.
But yeah, you can throw it. If you're, I will say, this is the only one this one in the center of the table looks in charge. If you're wanting to throw it at someone that isn't these two,
Huh. That would be very, yeah, you know what? Yeah, do that. I'm gonna fake it out too, like if I can. I'm gonna make it look like I'm gonna throw it at her and then throw it towards the person in the center of the table. So
Okay.
still a disadvantage or would it be normal?
it is normal.
Okay. I mean my unarmed strike goes off my dex, so should I just roll that?
Yeah, it's a monk weapon, so just roll your monk. Okay. Roll damage.
So I guess that'd be
You-
piercing.
You loose the arrow. You have the one slam into your arm, still sticking into it. As you grab the other one right before it pierces into your chest, you whirl around and you whip it at the person in the center of the table. Your aim is true. It is aimed right at one of their eyes. And in the last second, not even seeing their hand move up to do it, you watch them catch it. Just before it would have hit them.
Oh shit.
Another monk in the house. It's actually Kunk's dad in disguise.
Yeah, it's Gugstad.
And you see something roll across. You hear something at the last second rolling across the floor. You look down, and there is a small, round object. And then there is a loud pop. And you find yourself back in the chair.
God damn.
But the one in the center of the table would be like a slow clap starting.
I'll just let them get it out of their system.
Okay. Back to Rebecca. The seemingly druids drop the moonbeams and wind walls.
I guess I'll slowly approach them. Thanks for the help.
It seems we should be thanking you for stopping these things from killing others from around here.
What are these things? As far as I know, they shouldn't be here.
And I will say, once you get closer, the two figures are definitely human, and definitely look Aleutian for the like the race.
To Icewind Dale.
Which would be Icewind Dale, Sea of Moving Ice, Ragged Glacier.
My people.
Um,
The other people.
your other people, your third set of people.
Yeah, drunks first, drow second, them third.
Fourth is the criminal underworld.
Yeah.
Um, these are polar worms. Remoraz.
Hey, Miraz.
Normally, they are in the mountains or the far north. It is, in fact, the dreaded Alaskan bullworm. So, as far as we can tell, we are much further south than the spine of the world.
Further south than Waterdeep. How did they get here?
Portals were appearing in the spine of the world and the Great Glacier. Maybe beyond. Many of these creatures were going through, along with worse things.
This looks like a
We
fish.
and some of our other members of our circle were trying to close the blue portals, but we were pulled through in trying to do so.
I was also attacked by some snow golems. Well, golems made of snow. I don't know that they're snow golems.
I mean, you know the golem naming convention.
Yeah, some snow golems.
Why?
I imagine they're probably some of the other things I got pulled through.
Yes, they are more nuisance than most of the things. These and they see like the burns on you. These are dangerous just to be around. But the trolls and giants that came through, also not good.
Do you know what caused these portals?
No. We had just arrived to, after hearing reports of them, a day or two before we tried to close them. We've been trying to contain those that came through until hopefully someone is able to close them.
I think I know someone who might, but this is a bit outside his jurisdiction. But they're back in Waterdeep. Do either of you speak Draconic? Or Sylvan.
No.
It's unfortunate. Are you two gonna go off and hunt more of these monsters, or are you gonna, I don't know, do something else?
We will be, but I believe we need to find the other members of our circle and rest before we can be of much more help.
All right. Well, if that's the case, I guess I'll walk back with these commoners to Daggerford. And then I guess gonna have to wait till tomorrow to complete my trek to Chrome's Hold.
You say that we are south of Waterdeep?
Yes. About, I'd give the amount of time it takes to walk from Waterdeep to Daggerford.
Okay. Quite far from home. Be be on the lookout. There were reports that a few frost giants and also ice trolls, mini ice trolls, had made their way through the portals before we had arrived.
Fun. That's great. Well, thanks for the help. I wish you luck in dealing with these things and finding your other circle members. I'll walk back over to Otto and try and gesture to him that we're gonna walk back with the civilians to Daggerford and then try again later to get to Chrome's Hold.
Okay. I'll say it takes a couple minutes, but you get it. One of the druids would walk up to you. It seems one of those that came with us has taken an interest in you. If you have a minute, please gesture over to where the other one's sitting by the tree.
Okay.
As you approach, you notice that the one sitting down seems to be talking to the tree. And when you look over, you see a kind of familiar sight. About a foot tall. A small black-limbed creature with a white and red mask for a face.
Is that a Schwinga?
Though covered in some kind of straw that the ones you had seen before were not.
I didn't know Schwingas would appear outside. Fuck. I didn't know there were Schwingas outside of Chult.
The nature spirits are many places. This one came with us when we were sucked through the portal. But it would hold out its hand to you, Rebecca, like palm facing you.
Okay, I'll go. I don't do the appropriate gesture to be on the opposite end of that.
Okay. Roll me a. What is this? Roll me a D7.
D7. Oh crap. D7.
Yeah, you got to
Six.
type that one. Okay. You are given a charm, which is the charm of the Snow Walker.
Charm of the Snow Walker.
You have it has 3 charges. As an action, you can expend a charge to gain the following benefits for 24 hours. You and your allies within 15 feet of you ignore difficult terrain caused by snow or ice. You can see through areas heavily obscured by snow to a distance of 60 feet, and you are immune to the effects of extreme cold.
Can you post that so I can copy it into my thing?
Yeah, 20 does not like line break, but that did alright. There does not seem to be any kind of timer on when you have to use the 3 charges by.
Oh. Thank you.
Did it like do a like it looks like it's a bow, but it's kind of a weird bow. But you think that's the intent.
I guess I'll do the same and thank the 2 again and wave over Otto as I walk past towards the commoners.
Okay.
Oh, and before I get out of range, the one that got hurt by the fire from the big thing, I'll give them a D6.
The druid?
Yep.
Okay. Thank you.
It's literally all I can do. There's nothing else I can do for today.
Instead of it's the least I could do, it's the most I could do.
Yeah, I'll
All right.
do a light jog to catch up to the travelers and help with the one that's injured to bring them back to Daggerford.
Okay. Very good. Morgan, as soon as the other ones take up the slow clap, the one in the middle stops clapping and pulls the hood back. And you see that it is a scarred human female wearing. They want to have this. They want to have the hat on.
Indiana Jones.
Okay.
Is that a holy symbol of Mistra?
Yeah, it looks. Oh no, that's
no. It's
not
like
enough
cross.
points.
It's crossed weapons.
Okay.
It's a was that? It's a spear in the middle. It's a sword on the left, and it's a. I think it's a long sword on the right. But it's 3 cross weapons. Not often that a recruit makes an impressive move like that.
Yeah, well, kind of getting sick of people not telling me what the hell was going on here.
This is the start of your initiation.
Well,
I had to see how you held up in combat.
I guess that's a little more understandable. But in the future, I'd consider how you conduct initiations like this, leaving a VIP like yourself exposed.
It'd take a lot more than throwing an arrow at me.
Fireball.
Oh, fireball.
Fireball! Fireball! Fireball!
Yeah, but you gotta do the
lightning.
fireball without material components.
I was just subtle spell it.
Subtle spell doesn't
Material.
Oh,
get rid
damn.
of material. You'd have to have a way of like an innate fireball.
Performance of creation. No.
Scorching ray. There we go.
So technically, you could do wish, right? And you could wish for a fireball.
Yeah, give me a 9th level fireball
Oh,
centered
it'd be an
on
8th level fireball.
middle. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
8th level fireball centered on the person in the middle of the table.
How to wipe out the Zentarum in one blow.
You really think this room is everyone in the Centaurum?
No, but one can be hopeful.
I'd just get them. I wouldn't get the others. But
Oh, I do have to ask. Why are you so afraid of milk?
reminded me of something I'd seen before.
Eh.
Do they just pour milk on their blades? Is that all they did?
Fuckers know what it is, but wanted to fake me out, and I hate it.
He'd make a motion. And this one would walk up to you with a glass of a milky clear liquid. Have a drink, why don't you? And the
He'll-
figure would try to hand you the glass.
Sure, he'll take the glass and kind of like dip his pinky in it and like give it a quick little taste to see if it's what he thinks it is.
Morgan, for a split second, you're like, wait, this taste is the same. But then you're confused because you do not get the tummy rumblies.
Huh. He drinks
Do
the
you
whole
drink?
thing. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, very good. You just drank watered down milk.
The fuck? Wait. Oh, was it because it wasn't poison that it was just it gone bad?
No, because
Does
Oirin and Sella somewhat identified what it was, and it was like two poisons suspended together, and Oiron's trying to figure out what it was exactly.
So then, did they use like milk in the suspending animation reagent, whatever words?
You think after drinking the rest of it that you were just in your own head convinced that it was going to be the thing, so you thought it tasted like the thing. The rest of the glass does not taste like what you remember the poison tasting like.
Okay.
You really think we just give a strong poison to one of Big John's recruits?
I'm gonna level with you. I don't know. People that hit me and my friends had connections. Probably a stupid idea walking in here by myself, but oh well, walking into John's by myself. I don't know where the hell I am.
You're no longer in the fight ring, if that's what you're worried about. So tell me, what makes you want to join our organization?
I'd say the main reason. Spent a lot of time with Big John. After I thought my wife died, he did right by me. Kept me from drinking myself to death. Gave me steady work, a way to vent my aggression. And when things started going crazy with the cult, we needed to reach out to y'all. I never knew that he was directly tied to you. I just figured he'd know some people. So I feel like I owe him. And if you can help me find the people that took my wife, my niece's sister, well, I know that's a big ask. So I gotta pay it back some way, right?
Dylan, I have to ask above board. Was any of that a lie?
No.
Okay.
No, he really feels like he owes him.
Okay. Well then. Suppose we can proceed. They will
Round
once
two.
again, they will slide the dagger, but this time you see that it is the figure in the center kicking the dagger across to you. Again, a curved dagger, but this would like an S curve instead of just a single curve. Not if you've ever seen the logo for the Zentarum, it's not unlike that.
Okay.
Um, Time for you to choose your tribute to the leaders of the Zentarum.
Okay. Does he think what she means by that is like some Assassin's Creed type shit where I gotta cut off like a finger?
I'll say you're thinking this, and we'll say that. Yeah. So you're perceptive. It's dim light in here, so I mean you're slightly less perceptive, but you're still like a 16 at disadvantage, I think. You're thinking about this, and you like kind of slyly look around the room. You would notice that the one in the center, much like Rebecca, is missing the tip of one of her ears. You would notice a
They're
couple
human,
others in the
that's
room
not
that
as
aren't
much
wearing
as
gloves.
Rebecca's.
Sure, yeah. You would notice a couple others in the room. You can't really see the faces of most of them with the hoods up. You would notice like this one is missing an earlobe, and then a few others in the room are like not wearing gloves, and you can see that they're missing not like the finger, but a fingertip.
Which ear of Rebecca's is fucked up?
Her right ear. To the
Morgan
point,
will cut.
what happened is, she when there was still a bounty out for her head, she was spotted in Chult, and while trying to escape the bar, that she was in, they managed to get a good hit on her and cut her forehead to the back of her head, cleaving off part of her ear in the process, which is why, being jump scared.
Yeah, I feel like Rebecca probably would have told Morgan this story at some point.
There's that scar there that kind of prevents some hair growth there.
Yeah,
You know, I
Morgan
never
will-
noticed the scar, to be honest with you.
Yeah, neither did
That's
I.
a cool detail.
That is pretty dope. Morgan will cut the tip off his right ear.
I will say before you do that, Morgan, because Morgan's wise. You can do that. You will have to somehow explain to your friends if it's an obvious thing missing. You know, like toe tips are less obvious than fingertips. You're not sure if there's a hierarchy or something. And you're welcome to do the ear. Just know that you will probably have to explain to Rebecca why you're missing your ear.
He'll figure it out. Yeah, he's just gonna do the tip of his right ear.
Okay?
Can-
Yeah, I'm gonna say you take 7 points of damage.
All right.
That happened to Rebecca at level 1. It almost killed her.
All right.
Just kind of like takes the knife away and the piece of the ear, and he's like, "Hope that's good enough."
Okay. You she gestures for you to bring it forward to the table.
All right. Yeah, he'll come walk up.
Okay.
Put it down with the dagger.
All right. And finally, for this part of your initiation, time for a new name for you within the organization. something for others to be able to recognize you by. How about a Seth Rosati?
What now?
It would be like this.
Sephrasadi. Yeah, alright.
Okay. And one of them would bring out uh one of them would bring out what looks like a needle with a inkwell built into the back of it. And Morgan, unless you object, this gets tattooed inside of your lip.
Ouch. But sure.
No. It sounds
Okay.
so painful.
Yeah, I know. It's fucking But he doesn't. Well, actually, hold on. What would that be? Like a con check?
It'd be a con save, yeah. You definitely grunt a few times, but you do not like scream or move away. You're definitely feeling this.
I'm gonna need a drink after this.
And I'll say, because Morgan's heard Thieves' Cant enough, you think that name might mean something in Thieves' Cant.
Man, I wish I knew Thieves' Cant. Can I learn it from these guys? It would be the only language I don't know besides Druidic.
Yeah, I think you could. I think that's the downtime activity, learning a language.
Yep. It takes time.
Yeah.
I imagine. But all right.
All right. I'll make sure that Big John knows that the start of your initiation has been completed.
Does he get a commission?
I bet John does. I don't.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Does Big John get a commission?
I'm sure he's already looking into your request. We'll be in
Appreciate it.
touch.
Oh, quick thing. I don't know that funny language that you guys use. So, if you have like an instructor or something, I'm going to have to try and pick up on that eventually.
Takes about 10 work weeks. Reduced
Which is
by the
a
number of
5-10 day.
number of work weeks equal to the character's intelligence modifier.
Oh, what's Morgan's intelligence modifier?
1.
Okay, so 4.5 work weeks. Oh no, 4.5 10 day. Sorry.
Costs 25 gold per
Yeah.
work week.
We could arrange that. But my understanding is you might be a bit busy currently to be able to study.
Yeah. Well, I guess eventually. Also, I guess I have to ask that too. Like, I fully understand. Like, this is me being employed, essentially. and you need me to do something, I got to do it. And I have no objections. But you do realize that I have to have the priority of the preventing the world from ending stuff first. Unless the mission you give me relates directly to that. I mean, afterward, I'm all yours, but...
Of course, we wouldn't want anything coming between you, stopping the cult. But if the goals align...
All right. Yeah, no, because I'm new, and I know that, like, making demands is probably not something new guys should do. It's not really so much a demand, I guess, but just... because it benefits everybody. So... so they look right, look left.
No, I was trying to get the symmetry. But I did the wrong flip first. Right. And I mean, besides... how much... it's just mercenary work. For a mercenary company.
Wink.
Wink, yeah. All right.
But the, word's been passed and the... security is already en route to begin Overwatch.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Now, up the rope in the corner.
There's a rope in the corner?
You didn't notice it before, but there is a rope hanging in the corner.
Okay.
And a small shaft above it.
All right, yeah, I mean, they don't got nothing else for me. Yeah, he'll go walk over there.
Okay. Well, see, you could just run up the wall, up the shaft.
He could,
You
yeah.
don't
But
actually have to climb the rope.
yeah, he'll just run up,
Okay.
catch the top, and pull himself over.
Very good. By the way, your ear is very much bleeding.
Yeah, yeah.
When you get to the top of the shaft, it's about like a... after you get to the shaft, it's about 20 feet up, and then you break into another room, where you see your stuff.
Yeah, definitely collecting all that.
All right. You you step outside of a door on that floor. Pretty.
Gold.
You find yourself... is there a Morgan on the...
Yeah, I'm down in the dock
Yeah.
ward by 3 daggers.
You find yourself walking out of a small hut over an undercliff that should not be able to hold the room you were just in.
Oh, wow.
Like a small, like a shed is a better word.
Okay. He just kind of like mumbles to himself, and he's like, man, I hope my items didn't unattune. Shit.
You put the belt on and you feel the familiar inner strength that it gives you.
It takes like
Okay.
So you think the items
an
are?
hour, or I think it takes 24 hours for it to tune.
It's like 24 hours, and you have to be more than a mile away. I think.
Yeah, something like that.
Alright, so I guess the North Gate's the
Oh,
closest thing.
yeah. You know that's a very good point. Technically, the bread would have been on your person during that fight.
Bread?
Yeah.
The Ramsey bread.
The idiot sandwich.
Oh, I would have had the idiot sandwich. Okay.
Yeah, because it has that thing where it teleports back to you.
I imagine they tried to like remove it from him for like a few times. Like, why the fuck is this sandwich doing this?
Yeah.
And
No,
then
they
one of
ended up
them
giving up.
had the epiphany of like,
It's
"That's the
bread. What's he gonna do?
That's the Archdevil Ramsey's bread. Don't touch it."
That's like an additional attunement, right? Like that one. I gotta
Yeah,
have
that
it.
one. That one, you are attuned to it, but it. I think I put that you're attuned to it, but it gives you an extra attunement slot as part of its item.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
It was an auto attuning thing as soon as you got it. I mean, so it's either 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. Either you're attuned to it and it doesn't take a slot, or you're attuned to it. It's a negative Joker, Beck.
yeah. I figured.
Yeah, when you get a chance in the future, can you make me do you have a handout for that?
I do not. I need to make one. I'll try to do that this week.
Yeah, just so I have something to read so I remember like what it does. Because if I put it on like the description for the item in inventory, it'll just be so tiny print and hard to read.
Yeah, and it's a wall of text. Yeah, I'll get that done this week. Apologies.
No, it's all good. Thank you. Yeah, so I guess he'll head out and make his way for the North Gate.
Okay, are you just going back to Trollskull?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really have anywhere else to go for right now. And I guess he's got to wait for Rebecca to come back. So, yeah, he'll go to Trollskull and, like, I guess look for Kunk.
Okay, it would be So you left like pretty much first thing in the morning, to go to Big John's. It would be the sun setting as you arrive at Northgate.
Yep.
But you make it back to Trollskull. We'll say that Kunk has already just returned. He's putting a couple fish in the room of colding. And Kunk, you watch Morgan walk in, holding I assume you have you took like a piece of cloth or some kind of clothes from your bag, and just holding a bloody cloth to the side of his head.
Yeah. Hey,
What
Kunk.
were you up to?
Went to go visit an old friend.
Did they hit you or something?
No,
Something
made a
like
mistake
that.
of walking through Three Daggers Valley. Got clipped in the ear.
Where is it?
Are you inside? Yeah, Morgan, GM roll me either deception or persuasion.
I mean, obviously
I
it's
mean,
deception.
I think we all know which one of the two it is. Kunk. Morgan is clearly hiding something. You're not sure what, but he's hiding something.
I'll wait until Rebecca comes back.
No, god damn it.
I imagine you also kind of have like a bit of a fat lip too.
Yeah, there's like a
Probably.
welt on the back of there. I don't know about the lip, but there's definitely a welt on the back of his head. Oh yeah, the lip from the tattoo. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also it looks like he has a wad of snuff in his mouth. He's got some chewing tobacco in there.
Picked up another bad habit.
All right. Well, Rebecca isn't back yet, so we gotta wait for her.
She went to Crom's, right, with Otto?
I think so.
Surprised you didn't go with her.
Do you remember what happened?
I do. Thought maybe you want to get your mind off of it. But I guess since he would have seen you like putting the fish in the room of Golding, he just goes, guess we all have our own way of coping with things. Are you doing all right?
Not really.
You get a chance to talk to Orm at all?
No.
Well, I know since you've joined, not really much of a big talker, but if you need someone to talk to, I'm here. Could also just sit in silence and drink a bunch. It's usually what I do.
I'll look at him, then walk back to my room.
Damn.
We don't know much about him, but damn, is he a good fighter.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it like
we don't know if we can fully trust him, but damn, he does good work.
the first fucking day we met him, he killed like half of everything we encountered that day.
He did too, yeah.
Yeah,
Well, that's a bow we
It
want
is
on
a-
our side. No
that's a-
questions
He did-
asked.
He killed quite a number of cultists in that tower.
yeah, like the amount of them where it was just like, all right, rolled a hit, wasn't even a crit. Yeah, he's dead. Like we must have faced like shit, like damn near close 30 guys, and Kunk killed like 16 of them. But yeah, so I guess Morgan will just I don't know, do busy work around the bar. Did we manage to get everything cleaned up yet or no?
I mean, the stuff that's smashed, definitely not. Like all the furniture that was smashed on the in the bar floor.
So I guess
I'd say you. I mean, so Rebecca was hanging out while the investigation was going on, and then left afterwards. You wouldn't have like prestidigitated up the blood or anything, though, would you?
Me?
Yes. Like, definitely not during the investigation. You wouldn't
No,
have.
probably definitely not everything. I don't think I would have been thorough. But I definitely would have done like the main areas.
Okay. So like the blood puddles and such are gone. I mean, you have the knife marks from where the dagger was holding the paper into the bar. You have all the smashed bar
I
furniture.
fixed that with mending.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the smashed furniture beyond the scope of mending.
so. I guess with
Probably
what
had to
little,
hire the woodworkers again.
yeah, with what little time before like the sun goes down, I guess he'll just try and like if any of the stuff is local, to where like he can make it before it would close for the evening. He'll go and just kind of like put in work orders for some stuff to get fixed, and then
Yeah.
probably come back to the bar. I'm assuming around the time the extra muscle would be arriving.
So the muscle that you just did, you just went through all that for, isn't so much like bouncers security like the people you hired. It is they're going to be watching the place for you.
Oh, okay.
Like literally watching. I mean,
We have a new neighbor.
He was-
They're across the street, and they seem to really like looking out the window.
yeah, I mean, you have weird that street sweeper's hanging out a little longer than he probably should. Stuff like that. Like the place is under surveillance in case someone else tries to come in.
Oh, this is gonna be a problem for my fucking Harper stuff. Thanks, Morgan.
Sorry.
I mean, you just gotta hope the Harpers are better sneakers than the Zentaramar Watchers.
Probably, I don't know. I won't know that this is a thing. But if I did know, I'd probably move the drop point to be somewhere inside the bar. So, like, they come in, get a drink, hang out for a bit, and leave with their information. Rather than having to climb my tower, because that's going to be very obvious now.
It'll be fine. But yeah, night falls. I mean, you go in. Let's see here. So the furniture, you go and get the furniture. Basically reordering it. It's not all of it was broken, so it's much less than when you initially bought the furniture for the entire place. But it would still be probably about 100 gold.
Okay.
And if you want it rush ordered, I'd say 150.
I have no money. Do I have to pay them up front, or can I pay them upon delivery?
Yeah, I'll say you're well known. You can you can pay on delivery.
Plus, they know that we just had a tragedy.
All right.
But you get that done. You get well, I guess are you doing the rush order or not? If
No,
you're doing
he's
the
not
on
gonna.
delivery.
He's not gonna rush order it.
Okay. And I mean it's the Bit Nail. It's right there in Trollskull Alley. They definitely know that they probably were woken up by all the noise from the investigation and the guard rushing in and all that. You get back to the manor. When Rebecca told people she was leaving, you weren't planning on coming back today anyway, right? Because you only had the one teleport.
I technically, no, I can come back. I could have come back like as soon as I got to Crum's Hold.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
Rebecca
So
didn't
Morgan,
say when she's gonna be back, but like she could have been back by now.
yeah. So Morgan, you know that it's like, we'll say roughly like a 5-ish hour walk normally from Daggerford to Cromshold. It's real snowy, so you'd add a few hours to that. I mean, there's not snow plows and salt trucks.
Right. I guess he would assume that she
but you would-
probably is getting auto settled.
Yeah, you would think she definitely should be at Cromshold by now, so you would expect her in tonight.
Okay.
But yeah, I'll say, Rebecca, you make it back to Daggerford around noon. The walk back to Daggerford from where you found the people is slower because you're helping move injured people.
Yeah. I'll take them to Temple of the Sun or whatever the thing is called.
Okay. Yeah. You you take him back there, and Luke Sunbright says that their mending will be seen to Morning Glow Tower.
Morning Glow Tower, yeah. Also, me and Otto are also injured.
Okay. Yeah, I'll say the one that's legs were severely burnt seems higher priority, so they do them first, and then they get to you and
yeah, fair.
Otto. But they do get to you, and Otto is healed to full because
Little thing.
yeah,
Not a lot of
he
help.
seemed. You don't think a normal the fairy dragon you had seen in Schult would have survived that heat that Otto took alongside you, assuming Otto took the same damage you did.
Yeah.
So Otto might be a little hardier than you gave him credit than you first thought. But I mean, he was still critical.
Hard, yeah.
But
An
I
adult
mean,
fairy
he
dragon.
didn't just run away. He tried to help.
Yeah.
So Rebecca, you get back 48 hit points.
48 hit points. Not fucking bad. Looking for my token on the map. It is gone.
Yeah, I'd put you on GM layer here because you're not here, but I'll put you back.
48. Alright. Here we go.
It's up to you if you want to set off again today or not. You'll have to camp out overnight in an area that apparently has monsters.
Yeah, no, we're gonna stay at the tavern that we have a deal with here in Daggerford.
Okay.
The Happy Cow.
The Happy Cow Inn. Yep.
Just one room.
Yeah. And in the middle of the night, in the wee hours of the morning, you are awoken to a noise coming from the sending stone in your pocket. Yes.
Yeah, I'll answer it.
Sorry for doing this so late. Just sit down in water outside of Waterdeep. Should be back by morning.
Who is it? Is it Philip or Crom?
This would be. You're not sure. It's not one of them. It's definitely the one for the crew. You think one of the other crew members might have had to take over.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll respond. Sounds good. Go to Trollskull when you get there. Talk to Morgan, and also let him know that I am running late as I had to turn back to Daggerford before I could complete my journey. See you when I get back to Waterdeep.
Okay. Morgan and Kunk, you wake up the next morning. You've had your long rest. Rebecca, you've had your long rest.
Oh, thank God.
Finally, I can heal.
You know,
11
your
temp HP
clothes are a
to,
bit scorched.
to Otto.
Okay. Otto gets back his funny spells. The two of you wake up at Trollskull the next morning. Still no sign of Rebecca. And we will pick it up there next time.
How much XP do I get for the 2 Ramirez?
The druids get a part of that one.
I know.
Ramirez, get to the Burger Town.
Let me add up these two real quick.
Remoraz.
You know, Dylan, I enjoyed the Ramirez missions more than the who did you play as? Roach?
And 2, yeah, you played as Roach.
Yeah, I liked the Ramirez missions better.
They were more interesting. Very much got like a what the hell's that movie? Red Dawn vibes.
Did you
And
modify
that-
the Remor has? Because it says they only do
The
the
Rummer Raid?
yeah the fire damage if you touch or hit them with a melee attack.
I used the 2024 Ramirez.
Oh, terrifying!
They have heat aura.
That's
At the end of each of the Rimiraz's turn, each creature in a 5-foot emanation originating from the Rimiraz takes, and then the amount is different depending on the young or the
that's
adult.
Okay, that's scary.
I will tell you
there-
this, Dylan. My least favorite Modern Warfare 2 mission was the one where you had to protect that thing in the Russian house and then run to the end.
Oh, the one where you and Ghost eat it.
Yeah.
I didn't like it because they got rid of Ghost, but yeah, that was a difficult and quite annoying mission.
Yeah. Sorry, go on, Bean.
I was just gonna say, the Rimirazes are basically just like superheated giant worms that live in the tundra.
So quite literally Alaskan bullworms.
Did the
Yes.
B9 fight a Remoraz?
I think they fought one underground.
I'm trying to think of the thing that they turned into a turtle and flipped upside down and spun on the ice.
Wasn't that a bullet?
Was that a bullet? I gave them a lot of trouble for that.
I don't remember.
Because the way Matt described it, opening its jaw and doing the weird
Was horrifying and made me think of the Ramirez.
Yeah, it might be a Rimiraz. Beck, you get where did the number I just did do? What the fuck? Oh, it's in chat. I'm stupid. You get 2,500 XP.
2,500.
I guess technically Morgan Morgan didn't defeat the Morgan gets RP XP, I guess, from or not RP. You beat the encounter. You didn't kill anyone.
So only
Morgan, you get
quarter
1,500.
2,500.
Yo,
Yes.
How much
And
XP does fishing get me?
He did kill some fish.
yeah, but the knucklehead. Oh wait, these aren't knucklehead trout. I think knucklehead trout are like one of the only fish we have stats for, and they're CR 0.
is it 1,500 or 1,000?
You get 15.
Oh, let's go.
Inching ever
Oh, but
closer.
knucklehead trout are they're 0 but at 10 XP. I'm assuming Kunk, the ones that he doesn't keep, he releases back alive.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll give Kunk a good 500 XP for all the fishing he's done.
Nice.
Not all the fishing, but all the fishing he's done recently.
They did fight one in Isocross.
Yeah.
Sounds like it would be something in Isle
Traversing the Floatket Alps.
Flotket Alps.
The third edition Rimmeraz art, I think, is my favorite. Let me post this real quick.
Yo, Bandit Crime Lord.
Oh man.
No.
Not a fan.
It's gonna get you. It's gonna get that ragged barbarian.